Welcome to the Long Road with your host Parker and Logan. Enjoy the show.
Hello and welcome back, fellow travelers. As always, your host Parker, and joining me, my right-hand man, the original Knight in White Satin, the true story behind Terminator T2 Judgment Day, Logan Rickett.
What's up, guys? I did not know about that about me. It's good to know. It's good to know. I have to go watch that.
The surprising part is the true story is not the one you're thinking. It's of Woofy. Anyway, so sorry about not having a video for you guys last week. Logan and I were both incredibly stupid busy. Logan had a wedding on Sunday. Saturday, yeah.
Weekend.
His stepsister?
Bingo.
Okay. Got married and he had to do the DJ thing since he's a master of all thing media artistically, arts and what have you. So
I showed John how to DJ music and he thought that was the coolest thing ever.
There you go.
Yeah.
So, Logan was doing that. I was in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. If Parker family tradition is to go out, there are 3 big car shows that go on through the year out there. It's like the fall rod run, the Shades of the Past, and spring. It used to be the Grands, but it's something else now. I don't remember what it is since the Grands closed down. But all of my dad and his family, they're all into the car scene, so we all stay together. It's like kind of like an extended family weekend vacation, pretty much. We have a good time. We all like classic cars and hanging out and stuff. And
yeah, it's a good time. We join them every once in a while. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, this year this past one, Brian and Marty came out and stayed in the floor.
Yeah.
Brian brought an inflatable mattress with no pump.
That sounds about like Brian.
Yeah, yep. So it was the show was all right this year. There wasn't anything that really just blew me out of the water. See, okay, for those of you who've never been, Rod Run's a really interesting car show weekend because at the LeConte Center, there in Pigeon Forge, you have the actual car show going on where people paid to enter and they've got them all there. And that's like your cream of the crop. They've got vendors. There's usually a celebrity somehow associated with a car game there. The guy this year, his dad was in some movie. We thought it was stupid. They wanted $35 to get an autograph. It's like me. Why? You weren't in the movie. Your dad was in the movie. Anyway. So, and like I said, you got like vendors and stuff out there. And but the people there for the main car show is usually like your creme de la creme. There's nothing that really, particularly stood out to me. Nothing absolutely mind-blowing. But that's the problem with the fall rod run. At this point, almost everybody has been out. There is a car show season.
Yeah.
Yeah, or the winter project's done. And there's a lot of winter projects that get done and show up at this spring. So you've got the, regular car show there in the LeConte Center. But then the entire town of Pigeon Forge is covered in classic cars. A lot people will bring their cars that have no interest or want to enter them in the show. And so you just drive up and down the street, and I say drive, and I mean walk or creep if you're in a car. We take the bicycle the easiest way.
Yeah.
Huh?
It is not 6-speed friendly. Oh,
No,
I've done that.
Yeah. We went all the way up to one end driving and tried to come back, and it literally took us like 3 hours. It was insane. It just, traffic gets so backed up. Everybody just trying to drive around and look and see. So I'll just be honest with you guys. This is like redneck spring break. You got classic.
It's more hardcore than Panama City Beach.
No, it really is. Like there'll be like trucks full of people, and that's the thing. Like these big diesel trucks with the beds loaded up with people, and they'll be driving around drinking, throwing beads. There is a guy who makes rat rods out of old commercial vehicles. He's had a a fire truck and a school bus before. He added a prison bus, Rat
I saw
Rod.
that one in the spring.
Yeah, okay. He had that one, and now he's got another bus one.
Oh, neat.
And he has another fire truck one, too. You know, the old fire truck one was just like, it was completely done up as a, you know, a rat rod or whatever. This one's like a personnel carrier, like, type rig. It's an old fire truck. He's got the top cut out. There's seats in the back of it where he's taking the pump and everything out. It was pretty cool. That one kind of stood out. He's one of those guys I always watch for because, you know, being a volunteer firefighter and seeing the rat rod fire trucks is always really fun. Like I said,
unique and different. You don't see a lot of.
Yeah, so it was fun. Like I said, nothing really of super interest. Even the celebrity was kind of like, oh, whatever. But I mean, for the most part, we had a good time.
Yeah. Speaking of car shows, Fontana Village, you know, they have a car shows there all the time. They're always top shelf. And I was talking to somebody there the other day. I was like, "What's the next car show coming up?" And they're like, "And this next week." And they're like, "Oh, it's Chrysler Crossfires." I'm like, "Oh, well, I don't want to go to that." So that's how you know it's the end of the car season.
Yeah, Crossfires are coming in.
Crossfires.
I've been up to a fire school there when they had a Chrysler Crossfire Club come in, and I was like, they're all right. I mean, I get it.
They look interesting. I like the way they looked. It's still a Chrysler, though. It's like...
Well, and it's not even really a Chrysler. I mean, that was the first new car after the Daimler-Chrysler combo. So that was a Mercedes-built car.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was all Mercedes. That was a part of that deal of them acquiring Chrysler was that the Crossfire was originally planned to be a Mercedes, and it got scrapped with a Mercedes badge and became a Chrysler. It's also why it was a Chrysler Crossfire instead of like any of their other brands.
Yeah, that's interesting, but...
Yeah, instead of like a Dodge Crossfire or something like that.
Not a car show I'm going to rush out to.
No. Keep your ear open, man. There's an Aston Martin show out there. You know what's up.
Man, Z-Days out there is the one you want to go to. That one is insane. Skyline is, it's Nissan. Nissan, Zs. There's Zs, there's 350s, 370s, GTR, Skylines. Also like Bugatti, Lamborghini, Ferrari. It's not just Nissan. It's everything awesome in one weekend.
So do people stay there at the resort for the most part, or?
Yep, they stay there.
Is it hard to get a room?
Yeah, they sold out, so you have to book, you know, in advance. But we live so close, we can just take a day trip or something.
Yeah, but I want to get drunk with those guys.
Yeah, right?
I want to drink and talk shop with some people, man. I'm not going to go out for...
Me and Sam was up there during Z-Days for work. We were up there, and we was looking at... This one guy had a 350, not a 350, GTR. I'm like, oh, man, that's my favorite car. And I was looking at it, and he overheard me talk. He's like, well, you want to go sit inside of it? And I'm like, yes. I was eating ice cream because it's like 104 outside. I'm like, hold on. You know, my ice cream when he got in his car. I'm like, this is cool. It was great.
Yeah, I mean, if money and time were no object, that's all I would ever do is build cars. There's a lot of cool things you can do out there. There's one, I mean, growing up in that scene is probably one of the reasons why that I have some of the interest that I do. I mean, you know, Logan and I have talked oftentimes about the whole overlanding thing, and that's one of my dream overlanding rigs starts with a old Jeep Grand Wagoneer. I mean, I like that classic styling, man. It's just I don't know.
Yeah.
Cars are going downhill, man. I get the sleek look, like that's fine or whatever, but man,
you got to make them unique for them to stand out. Do something weird. Do something crazy.
And even I do like the way that car companies are going with the whole modern classic look thing that they're doing. But it's at the same time, it's almost like a cheap knockoff. Like if I look at a classic Challenger versus a new one, the new one looks pretty similar. But when I look at them, like this guy's a bare knuckle boxer, and this guy goes to an MMA gym to impress girls at a bar.
Yeah. Take your pick.
I mean, not to say that neither one of those are cool or whatever, are not capable, but I just feel like the old cars, man. There's just something about them. They're unrefined a little bit, you know. They're kind of rough. Yeah.
Right.
So we are currently in the throes here in Western North Carolina
You don't got gas yet?
of a gas apocalypse. Yeah, something.
You don't got any yet?
All right. So I did find out later this evening. Those of you who don't know, I'm doing a standby tournament at my firehouse tonight. I drove up before we started the show, went up to the gas station to grab a snack for the night. I asked them because their sign says zeros. It's like, when are you guys going to get fuel? And she's like, oh, we've had fuel since Friday. She goes, but we're only telling our customers. Because customers weren't able to get gas. So the sign still reads zero, but there's fuel there. Mm-hmm. She's like, our customers and the local people and the fire departments and the police officers couldn't keep fuel. They couldn't get any fuel. She's like, so we made the decision to leave the sign at zero so people passing through, people from out of town won't know, but our regular customers will. My thing is I haven't stopped there to get gas because it had zeros. Which is good because Rocky, my Jeep, is on empty right now because they're on fumes. But, yeah, she said that Lady the gas station said that they actually have some.
That's good.
Yeah, how's gas out your way? I'm sure
not a problem.
Flowing. Yeah.
I had one day where there was not at a few gas stations, but I've only bought gas once, and that was last Sunday, the day after the beginning of the gas apocalypse. I pulled it up, bought gas. I'm still in that same tank. I mean, I drive a Civic, so I wasn't too worried about it.
Well, and what's crazy is it wasn't a big deal until people started worrying about it.
Yeah, if they just let it like normal.
Yeah,
day.
because it like ruptured like Tuesday morning at like 3:00 in the morning.
Yeah, people.
And so all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, all day Thursday, and half the day Friday, people were fine, and it was limited returns on the fuel. And all of a sudden, it's like, oh, the governor declares a state of emergency. And everybody's like, oh, it's because there's no gas in our speed. Let's go buy gas. So they're filling up everything they have, all their gas jugs, everything.
It was only going to be like a week. The pipe was going to be down anyways.
If they had shut up about it, it would have been fine. Now, here, too, is the thing. From what I understand, the governor didn't call a state of emergency because gas was in short supply. He called a state of emergency because the gas that leaked ran into a river. Mm-hmm. So it's like $100,000 of gasoline has spilled into this river, like wherever but like in Alabama.
I read it was 250,000 gallons.
Huh?
250,000 gallons is what I read.
Something. I don't know the exact. I know it's up there.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, that went into a river, which is going to, obviously kill off some of the wildlife.
The river?
Yeah, It
was intense.
I was like, man, that's 2011. I forget the exact year. He tried to wipe Tuscaloosa off the map with a series of mega tornadoes. I don't know if you guys remember those that were like tornadoes the size of a city. We're just like going through Tuscaloosa like, fuck Bama. I'm not even a football fan, but I'm convinced that's what's going on there.
That was also intense.
Yeah, we got some of them up here.
Yeah.
I was at Weston at the time, and it was great. We had a thing. It was on a Tuesday. I remember it was a Tuesday because every Tuesday we had poker night at our place. And the house that we lived in was really crappy, didn't have AC, didn't have any kind of central heating or air. So we have all the doors and windows open because it's so hot. And we're in there, drinking beer, playing cards or whatever. End of the night, about 1 o'clock, I check Facebook, and I see all my friends that live on campus are like, they have us sleeping in the basement. And I was like, what? Apparently there was like tornadoes seen in the vicinity. If they had come down where our house was, like that would have been it because our doors and windows were open. We would have been just like sucked clean out. Just up.
Sitting there playing cards like, man, it's a good breeze going on.
Anybody here train? So, yeah, the gas apocalypse here has prevented me from doing much adventuring. So obviously we're back to the old style show this week.
The old style.
Maybe next week too, depending on whether or not I can get fuel.
Next weekend I'm going camping.
Oh, that's right, you are. So I don't know what we'll do next week. We'll get to that. Camping, didn't you get a bunch of new stuff for that?
Yeah, went camping this week. He bought all kinds of stuff, like knives and hatchets.
Is that a boot knife? Let me see that boot knife.
I wanted a boot knife that I could clip in, but it's a fixed knife. Good for in case I'm on my back. Need to shank a deer or something. I like to fight deer with my hand. I don't use guns. That's
ain't got to worry about it collapsing and cutting off a finger.
Nope. I wanted a fixed knife, so I got me a fixed knife.
You'll see that hatchet you obviously had there.
Got me a hatchet for hatchet things. It also has a pick on one end. I just sharpened it, so it's ouchy.
It's ouchy.
It's ouchy. I want to make that a phrase.
Yeah, I have a problem when I go to a camping store. I'll buy things I don't need.
I almost bought another hatchet. I haven't even used this one yet. I was like, man, I could really use 2 hatchets.
Last time I was at a Gander Mountain, I was walking around. I was looking at the camping stuff because it was there. I always look at camping stuff because I love camping gadgets and whatever. And they had a sale on the meat slicers. I don't cut my own meat. I don't raise my own meat to cut. But it was like the ones you find in a deli to slice up cold cuts.
Yeah. And
I sat for 30 minutes looking at it, just contemplating whether or not I really needed that. And I was like,
I could drop $300 on a meat slicer and make some fine ass sandwiches.
Yeah, I was like, man, I could start cutting my own meats. And I'm like, man, that would be so cool. It's like, Parker, you don't eat a lot of sandwiches that's not peanut butter anyway. Like, what do you need to cut meat for? And I'm like, then I start eating more cold cuts because I can cut my own meat. And it's like, you don't even really like cold cuts. And I was like, maybe that's because I'm not slicing them myself. Maybe I need to get in it. Like, I sat there having this inner dialogue of why I should, why I shouldn't.
Well, at least you didn't buy it. Not yet, anyways. I know. You order one on Amazon or something.
Yeah, getting the cold cut slicer is definitely not out of the picture quite yet. I'm not quite out of the woods.
It's on the to buy list. I found a Stanley French press camping mechanism.
Go on.
All right,
do you not have it?
I can go get it. I'll go get it.
I can keep the people entertained for 20 minutes.
All right.
However long it takes.
It'll take like 2 seconds.
All right, whatever. So in case you guys don't know, right, Logan might be out of the picture here in a couple of weeks. He's getting his eye fixed. Don't tell him I said anything. Of course, he edits this, so he's going to know. But hopefully in a couple of weeks, in after that episode comes on, if you guys could just maybe like, hey, man, you look better or something? I don't know. Yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. I know it brings him down sometimes, so hopefully it'll make the thing better. His back is probably quit talking about him. And so that's when Logan ended up shitting his pants.
What story? First of all, wait, hold on. You go back up. That didn't happen. 2, that might have happened. I don't know.
No, I was just waiting for you to get back to drop a, hey.
Drop a bomb.
And that's when Logan shit himself. I wish I thought of a good story to tell while you were going.
I still have the sticker on it. French press.
All right, so open it up. How's this?
You can boil in this thing, so you set this thing right in the fire.
Oh, son.
Or on a stove, or a camp stove, or whatever. Yeah, so there's the French press bottom.
Was that just cardboard around to keep it in place?
Yeah, that's just
okay.
Cardboard. Manual. You pour your crap in there. No, you don't pour crap in here. What I'm talking about.
You pour it in the bottom.
Yep.
Yeah, I know.
Put your grounds in your water. It's kind of tight, but pour it. And then it's got a little
Take that cardboard off. I want to see what it looks like without that cardboard. For those of you who don't know, Logan and I are a bit of coffee snobs. Okay.
Yeah, coffee snobs plus camping. I had to buy this.
Yeah, I brought my French press. It hangs out here at the firehouse.
It's got a handle that folds
up there. Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yep.
But the only problem is,
I was not gonna let this go.
What's it make? Like 6 cups, 5 cups, 3? What?
32 fluid ounces.
6 cup.
Yeah. Speaking of cups, I had to get so we're going camping and I like my whiskey chilled. I bought a Yeti to keep my whiskey chilled. It holds 4 fingers of whiskey, according to the sign.
Well, all right.
All right, I'm like, that's a good way to drink whiskey and camping.
What'd that run you?
$20 too.
How much?
$20.
20? That's not bad.
This was also 20. So they got me a headlamp for headlamp stuff.
I got a knockoff Yeti from Walmart when
They work just as good. I mean, I have
the great outdoor ones.
Stuff, yeah.
I've got the 30 ounce, and it holds I'll do up a French press thing of coffee and keep it in that all weekend or all day, whatever.
Oh yeah, this thing keeps. They all work the same. I just happen to have name brand stuff. I really don't care. Headlamp, waterproof cards.
Got that at the Coleman store.
Yep.
Last time I was there, I bought the same set.
Had to get a lamp. I don't know, just like $3. And waterproof matches.
If you guys are ever in Pigeon Forge, on the back streets, I forget the exact name of the street. There is
the one next to Knife Works.
Huh?
I went to the Coleman store next to Knife Works.
Oh, you went to that one?
Yeah.
There's 2 then. I didn't know about that one. The other one is up next to where the Nike outlet is there in Pigeon Forge, the Red Roof Outlets. Great stuff. Great guys that work there. They just seem like really outdoorsy people, which is, sometimes you go to an outdoorsy store and the people there are like not outdoorsy at all, and they silently judge you for buying things.
Oh, yeah. I also bought a Zippo stuff. I redo all my Zippos for the weekend. Don't need fire. But anyways, 6-person camping tent, Gander Mountain, $6, $60, not $6.
60.
$60 tent, 6-person. I didn't
Nice.
need 6-person. It's just me and Diesel, but
No, you need that space for 5 for Diesel.
yeah, Diesel takes up a lot of room.
And dude, okay, I'll just be honest with you. You and I are big guys, and when they talk about the number of people that can fit in a tent, they're factoring for small people because a 2-person tent can fit me and gear barely.
Yeah, 2-person is not big enough by myself. No.
I've not had to buy a new tent in a long time, but last time I bought one, it was definitely a 4-man. Yeah, I have quit using tents, and
Switch to Eno?
It's not an Eno. It's Wilder and Sons. I got off the climb.
Oh.
But yeah, I'm a hammock camper now.
That's cool. I thought about it, but Diesel will not sleep in the hammock.
No, he will not.
No, he will not.
Yeah, if you guys have never heard of The Climb, it's a really cool website. Just check it out. CLYMB. It's like flash sales on outdoor gear. So cool. Also, people at The Climb, if you're listening, I mean, hey.
Hey.
We're always looking for people with sponsors. Well, but no, they got some really cool gear on there. I've bought a lot of stuff from them. They do flat rate shipping, which is a cool thing. If you don't, and they pay to offset the carbon emissions from the shipping. So like it's like $7 flat ship rate for everything, and like they'll plant 2 trees for your order. Yeah.
Well, that's neat. Neat stuff.
What I really want to do, they have adventures, and they have some crazy cool adventures, but they're really expensive, and not really can afford some of them. Some of them are really cool. Like there was one that was like it was 14 days in Nicaragua, and it was at this like resort thing, but it wasn't like a regular resort. Like it was huts that were out on the water. There was like yoga every day that you did, and there was surfing. And so like the yoga came with lessons. So it was like yoga with yoga lessons or whatever, like a couple times a day. Surfing for like 4 hours a day. Mountain biking just on your own anytime you wanted to. But yeah, it was really cool, and you would do a lot of stuff with it. So, but it was like $1,700, which for 14 days is not bad.
No.
But that doesn't
include
$1,700. That doesn't include airfare, and I'd have to get my passport and all that stuff. So
yeah. I also got a Coleman 5-day cooler. I want to give that a go. Yeah.
Is it the one that looks like the Arctic coolers?
No. They did have those, but they were just as pricey as Yeti or Arctic. So.
Yeah, last time I was up the Coleman store, it was like that. So
I mean, they're cool coolers, but it was a $40 cooler. Keeps for 5 days. I'm like, I don't go camping more than 2 anyways. So hopefully it will last. We'll see. If not, it was $40.
I mean, every man needs a good cooler. I've got. Actually, mine broke. The handle broke off. I still use it.
It's still good.
I've got one.
I mean, I would like an Arctic. I was going to order Arctic, actually, but they had like a 2-month waiting period before they ship it to you. Yeah, I'm like...
Did they have the metal ones at that Coleman store?
Yeah.
Because that's what I want. A black... They look like the old school Coleman coolers, and they come... I wanted one in black. Go ahead.
I was going to get the teal one. But it was $150. I'm like...
Teal?
Teal. Yeah, it was cool. It was like that old school blue color.
I know what teal is.
Okay, yeah.
I didn't know you knew what teal was.
I have a teal shirt.
This week, we'd like to thank Shia LaBeouf for being here with us in spirit. Who else we want to thank? Thank you to that girl last night at the bar that talked to Lucas. If you watch this, get in touch with one of us because we need to talk. Yeah, I think that's got it. Guys, hopefully, we'll figure out something for next week since Logan's going to be out of town. Maybe I'd do a solo thing. I can do a solo with, like, maybe a guest. See what John's doing.
Yeah.
He could fill your role. That's it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. And until next week, don't forget, there's nothing between you but an opportunity.